I agree. I'm not a huge fan of Mono Appear in the Delver decks.
In general.
A lot of people have been...
Well, there's so few white creatures.
Lately.
I think
so you go a little bit bigger.
Yeah, the idea is that if you're playing Lingering Souls and I'm playing Lingering Souls...
I win.
I win.
I mean, it's good. Obviously good against like things like Curse.
Right.
Your Geist beats their guy. Or, like, obviously that situation can't come up because it's legendary, but, you know, your Geist can, like, charge in fearlessly without worry of Snapcaster Mage plus Thought Scour or something like that.
I think the Delver player also has Dissipate out of the board, which is, I think, pretty clearly good here.
Definitely.
Both players ready to go. We have, believe both players keeping. More thinking by David Kring. All right. Shaffer on the play with a Woodland Cemetery tapped, which brings us up to Kring. He's gonna probe going to 18. Shaffer's hand is Day of Judgment, Naturalize, Liliana.
Double Tragic Slip.
Double Tragics. So yeah, Tragic Slip, Naturalize, Liliana, Day of Judgment, and then an Isolated Chapel. Only 2 lands. I think he has. I like it as a keep, actually. It has 2 Tragic Slips, so it deals with most of the early drops for David. The biggest risk is he's going to play a turn 1 Delver of Secrets. Almost certainly going to Tragically Slip.
Yes.
Justin's...
Watch out for that banana.
So there's the Isolated Chapel. We don't know if he has another land, and... Ooh, I don't like that at all.
I don't like that at all.
Oh, and then Upkeep. He's going to do that Upkeep. No, that's actually correct. Upkeep Tragic Slip it, maybe? No, that's not correct, is it?
It doesn't make a difference.
That just gives him... It gives David the option to maybe do something about it, to snag it.
Yeah, like maybe he could like Upkeep Thought Scour into a Mental Misstep. Like they're just... Obviously, like it's a very small corner case.
If you're committed to that play, there's no reason to just do it while it's safe. Kring ponders,
and you have to be committed to that play there.
Yeah, ponders and shuffles. I mean, if Shaffer can keep drawing lands, this is a pretty good draw for him. The big worry is that he misses land drops.
I mean, if he's able to hit his 3rd land and resolve Liliana here, especially if David does not have a guy in play, then it's just going to be backbreaking.
Absolutely. So Sandy has a Day of Judgment, a Liliana, a Tragic Slip, and a Naturalize. So
although David, does have Lingering Souls. That's quite good against Liliana.
Definitely. So Kring David with a Ponder. He's off his Dark Slick Shores. He's going to draw off it now after the cut. And he drew an island off that. And he plays it. When you do something like that, let's talk about that. When you draw a card, and then immediately, put that card drawn to play without shuffling it into your hand. Like, for me, what that tells me is there's a good chance David doesn't have another land.
Mm-hmm.
So... I would say that's something I try to avoid doing, even when I know I'm going to play it.
Just in general, like, giving your opponent less information by shuffling things is always better.
David uses that island and ponders a second time.
Commander pod number 2, please come see me up at the stage. Your event's about to begin.
All right, so now the question. Okay, Shaffer drew another Isolated Chapel, says go.
2, please come see me up at the stage.
All right, so he's managed to hit his 3rd land drop. Can he keep going? And the problem is David can't tap out for David plays 3rd land, just passes back. He can't tap out for something like Geist because he knows about the Liliana.
And if he taps out for Geist,
Shaffer
it just dies.
Hits the 4th land drop in a Woodland Cemetery. And he's gonna go for Liliana. Yeah, immediately he's met by a mana leak. I don't really like the Liliana play there.
You just don't have to.
Right. And also, that leaves his hand at Day of Judgment, Tragic Slip, Naturalize, Unknown. The Liliana is the best card in there, and I think you need to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, the Liliana is really important.
He's going to surgically extract the Liliana. Ooh. So the last card was just, maybe it's fine. The last card that Shaffer has drawn is a Lingering Souls.
Oof. Which, it's pretty good. I'm actually surprised here by David. He knows his opponent has the 2nd Tragic Slip. He could have used Surgical Extraction.
He knows his opponent has what?
The 2nd Tragic Slip.
I mean, the thing about Delver is that if David doesn't have another Delver of Secrets in his hand, Tragic Slip doesn't matter. It's only good against 8 cards in his deck, and if it's kind of slipping a Snapcaster Mage, David's probably okay with that too. He probably just wants the business spell.
Seems to make sense. Surgical Extraction, good sideboard card.
You know, I think it's actually the card that is incorrectly sided in the most out of Delver players.
I think people side it in too often.
For example, right here, do you actually like the Surgical Extraction being sided in?
No, I mean, it's just kind of a waste of a card.
Yeah, hitting Liliana, I mean, he didn't have another one. If he
Like,
drew it,
imagine
there's a good chance you could deal with it anyway.
Yeah, if his hand was another threat or like a dissipate, basically anything, it would just be better.
Yeah, I think the extraction effect, all the way from back when we had cranial extraction, I think is one of those things that is often overrated. So Kring's at 16 now off his 2 Phyrexian spells. Alright, 4th land, it's an Evolving Wilds. And he's going to go for Geist of St. Traft or Lingering Souls, maybe? He'll make Lingering Souls. And Dustin will almost certainly respond in kind.
By making his own Lingering Souls the next turn, yeah.
Yep. The biggest thing that Shaffer has going is that he has to make sure he has spells that do something. He runs a real risk of drawing lots of lands. He has drawn...
And drew Garrick.
Well, I like Garrick an awful lot here.
Yeah, so do I.
And so does Shaffer. He's going to play it. Garrick, I believe, probably will fight a soul and flip.
I believe it will. And then next turn, Dustin will have his own Lingering Souls to help battle this.
Is he going to make a wolf? He's going to opt to make a wolf instead. I don't think I like that play as much.
I don't like it either.
I suppose what Shaffer's thinking, or maybe thinking, is that if he can draw another land next turn that comes into play untapped, he can counter back on Lingering Souls by making his own souls and flashing it back. And then trade and get to keep his flipped Garrick. He probably wants to make two... I guess if he's thinking he can race...
The other thing is that, David's going to be unable to kill the Garrick this turn. Even without it flipping. So Dustin can start racing with that wolf.
Yeah, the wolf's pretty poor at racing. I guess one of the things, when he's playing 0 creatures, I presume, actually, you know what? Garrick flipping seems bad. He probably just doesn't want the Garrick to flip. He can't find anything with it.
I guess that makes sense. I really thought about it like that.
Yeah, all he gets to do is, instead of 2/2s, it makes 1/1s.
Then is Garrick really even that good? I guess it is, because it's a removal spell that just then pumps out infinite Death Touch things.
So, I believe life totals are 16 and 20. I'm not positive. Okay, Honor of the Pure. All right, Garrick's gone.
That Honor of the Pure pretty good now, especially
It would have
with David.
killed Garrick going both ways. So, but yeah, especially it's a good counter to Lingering Souls. Delver of Secrets out of David. And Evolving Wilds from Shaffer. Almost a land. I mean, yes, a land. Some ways not a land. So we'll probably go Lingering Souls Tragic Slip.
I wouldn't be surprised if some type of Wrath came down here. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Now, Judgment.
You should swing the wolf first before doing that.
Definitely.
Okay.
There's just no reason not to. It's free 2 points.
Okay. So Kring actually is at 18. He did pay for his cranial extraction. Probe out of Kring. So we have Naturalized, Lingering Souls, Tragic Slip, all of which we knew about.
Naturalized, surprisingly relevant now.
Yeah, very relevant actually. It's gonna make a 3rd Delver, maybe. Kring will flashback Lingering Souls. And cast another Delver. So actually, Shaffer's hand matches up really nicely with Kring's board. I think he should Tragic Slip the Delver this turn to make sure that he can.
I believe that is certainly correct.
Perhaps make Lingering Souls for a turn.
Next turn, you can flashback Lingering Souls and destroy Honor the Pure. I mean, not even beginning to consider what you're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, you want to make sure. I think you want to naturalize the Honor of the Pure while you you need to make sure that happens. I mean, I suppose if you draw a land, you can do all 3, which is probably correct. Just play
That'd be pretty
play
sweet.
everything, and then remember,
All my
remember, as
spells.
long as Shaffer cannot die, he's going. Remember, we're gonna see. He's gonna draw Gideons. He's going to, you know, he's playing a Planeswalker deck. Shaffer
When you
with
draw
an untapped
Planeswalkers,
land,
they
I
tend
believe.
to dominate
Yes,
games.
I think it's pretty clear. He just plays everything. Shaffer with 6 lands, Kring at 4. Yeah, and he's lining it up. That, yep, he's gonna play everything. Going to Lingering Souls. Then he's going to. This is one of the situations you do not want to wait to upkeep to slip the Delver. That would be
Definitely not.
Naturalize the honor of the pure. And for his last trick.
Let's see him tragic slip this Delver. I don't know.
No, he's not going to tragic slip the Delver. Kring's Delver does flip. That seems very. I do not like that play at all for this reason.
Yeah, we just
I mean,
give up.
yeah. To be fair, if Shaffer trades Lingering Souls tokens, he then can try to slip the Delver again. But
He'll have more, but
he could have had the Delver before, and I don't. You know, you have to remember to not get too fancy with your kill spells. If you want the Delver dead, then kill it. While you know, he has to worry about this Ponder going into a mana leak now. Which, to be fair, Kring may not even mana leak, even if he has it. The fight isn't over a Delver. Kring ponders, gets a land. He has 2 cards now in his hand?
after the Ponder, I think so.
But he played a land too.
Didn't he?
Okay. He's gonna end step, go for the Delver. He's gonna slip the Delver. And okay. It all matters the same. Shaffer takes 3 damage. He didn't 3 extra damage, but it's all fine. He's gonna snap cast the surgical extraction. Okay, he's gonna go for Lingering Souls. Now that's a play I actually like. That's one situation where I like Lingering Soul or surgical extraction. So okay. Shaffer's deck now has been extracted of Lingering Souls and of Liliana. Once again, as we know, Shaffer drew Sorin, so that's pretty good too.
Yeah, I mean, I think Shaffer's way ahead this game.
Just because of the Sorin?
I just think the game has gone on way too long with his life total too high. The top of his deck is too live. It's just really, really hard.
For sure. Alright, so he's gonna shuffle his deck back up, get it cut. So 1 card in hand for Kring, 1 card in hand for Shaffer. Shaffer's card is Sorin.
Yep.
He's gonna play it,
And,
make a vampire. So have to block with the snap. So his board is Vampire, Sorin's, and then Kring's board is Snapcaster Mage. Shaffer has 6 lands.
And these vampires have vigilance, which is surprisingly relevant. Or
Lifelink.
rather. Yeah.
Kring with the draw.
Lifelink, pretty good when it's going
And
to try to
full
raise
attack,
the
and that'll trade. Sure. Shaffer goes up to 18. He's gonna play Geist, I believe. Yeah. All right. Geist and Delver out of cards now. So it kind of is down to Shaffer's draw here. If he can draw something like Day of Judgment, I mean, which he didn't because he made a vampire. Draws land, and just will say go. See if Delver flips. It does
Does it?
not.
No.
But the Geist should be able to, because of that trade, the Geist should be able to get rid of Sorin, which is really, I mean, not this turn, but like, will pose quite the threat to get rid of Sorin. He's going to attack in the token, so pretty awkward situation for Shaffer, actually. He doesn't have a way to kill the Geist. He's going to chump the Geist, and Sorin looks like he's going to take 4, so Sorin drops to 1. Shaffer's going to need a real card here. I don't know what he drew, but He'll pass the turn. And we see a Liliana? No, they was sort of extracted. That can't be a Liliana. Tezzeret's Gambit. Alright, sure. Soren gains a counter.
Soren goes up to 2.
Soren goes up to 3, and he'll make another Vampire.
Soren's still dead next turn.
And Shaffer passes the turn. Delver does not flip. 2 cards in Kring's hand. Time is almost, for the record, these guys have a 3-minute extension. We have about, so they're about 3.5 minutes from the end of the round, which is pretty relevant.
At this
Attack.
point, both players need to worry about
I don't
slow
even know
roll.
if I block with the Vampire. I think, you know, if Soren's gonna get it, he's gonna get it. You just let him have it all. We don't know where the Geist is going. Okay, Soren takes it. Perhaps the 2 damage is going at Shaffer. Needs a top deck. Pounds the top of his deck.
Round 3 of the
Swing.
Standard Open is now over.
Alright, these guys
Active
do have a
player
3-minute
please
extension.
finish
That does
the
not
turn.
apply to them.
Take 5 additional
Kring
turns.
smells that something's up. He almost thought
If
about
you have a
blocking,
time
but he's not
extension
going
on your
to.
match and there's not already a judge there,
And I
please
think
call for a
Day of
judge.
Judgment with Mana Leak up.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And his Vampire's gone too. And then he'll say go. Alright. So players left to play fast. I think if this goes, Schaefer's the favorite here to win. But and another Geist. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, I mean it's rough again.
Another Day of
Another Day of
Judgment.
Judgment.
And he'll dissipate it. So there are not many answers left in his deck to Geist of St. Traft. He does not have Liliana. He's cast 2 Day of Judgments. Day of Judgment. There we go. Okay.
Another one.
Another one. That's all his cards. That's 3 Day of Judgments. The day has been judged. Now both players... Okay, Lingering Souls by Kring. He's, you know, both halves of it.
And Dustin.
And here's just the strength of Delver's cards. They're very hard to answer. Dustin's going to play Gideon Jura.
Jura.
+2, but I mean, the Souls will race Gideon, remember. So he's going to need more. He's going to need another Day of Judgment. He's going to need the last one.
Only one more.
Gideon drops to 4 after the swing from Lingering Souls. Kring passes the turn back. He wants to look through his graveyard. Is there another Day of Judgment? There could be. You only have 3. Here. Maybe he's going to extract something else. Yep, it looks like he's going to extract Day of Judgment now. During his draw step. Yep, more extractions.
And that's pretty good.
Does remove his out. Oh, and he's getting Soren.
Oh, that's really odd.
I mean, it's at this point that I don't know. I would still warn people that this game does not really change my mind too much on the efficacy of surgical extraction. I would still probably try not to use it.
Yeah, I mean it's good against some combo decks. It's good against loam decks. It's good against
decks that use the graveyard. But you know, the idea of I'm gonna get all my opponent's good cards, like
yeah, that plan never works.
Yeah,
you know,
they have a lot of good cards. They filled their deck with them.
It's just straight up card disadvantage. Like you're losing a card from your hand, and normally they're not losing one from their hand.
Correct.
It's no good.
To be fair, though, I'm not sure if Shaffer has many outs here. No, he still may. If he's sided in Curse of Death's Hold, that would be a superb card to draw. Which I mean, I don't know.
There's no way he doesn't side that in.
He's drawn a land. So probably you +2 Gideon. Give yourself another chance to draw it. I say go. Kring now 3 cards in hand. Makes another land drop. Casts a Delve. Oh, Taxium Probe up. Nope, he had a land. Okay. And they're now at time, so this is turn 0. Right. Swings 4. Gideon's dropped to 2. Okay, so that was turn 1, actually. This is turn 2. Some draw, so still probably going to play to a draw here. Gideon pump goes up to 4, just as another fog. Yeah, Shaffer's playing for the draw. This is turn 3. I don't see how either player wins this in time.
Does not seem likely.
All right, Gideon takes it all. Passes back. It's turn 4. Shaffer says go. And here we are. All right, swing. I got you at 6. It's gonna tragic slip a token. No, go for the throw to token. It's the promo go for the throw.
I like that promo go for the throw.
I actually really like that art. I like it more than the original art. It's a nicely made promo.
And I mean, this is just going to end in a draw.
Kring hoping there's some way that post-combat he can deal 7 more damage, but... Gut shot, Snapcaster, gut... I don't... Kring will probably feel like this match escaped him. I'm not sure if there's a curse. He's still 1 Curse of Death's Hold away from, being pretty much out of this match.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of cards on the top of Dustin's deck that could, easily sway this in his
Jay
favor.
Kring and Dustin Shaffer both going into the draw bracket. 2 wins, 1 draw, 7 points each.